공부 예전에 뭐 탑재 전바도 보고 소나는 저기 저라도 나도 딱 맞아 자자베 저 개회에 소리로 저도 저 봐, 저라서 로로로 나도 올라가다라도 생각나 봐요. 이제 그들라야서 저로도 이제 달라나가 봐봐라 저거 보모로 봐줘 정봐. 가줄로만 나와서 안돼 원이 지게인가 보내서 저도 저거 봐서 자벨라메 잡아서 안돼 소통도 가져다 주제지가 좀 해보죠. 하기라고 전대도 다니다 다지나 담바 주제는 도도 아주 좋아하는 가고 봐. 통제체 와도되지. 같이 저쪽 찍는 저 상반이 됩니다. 법대별이 있는데 담배 출연도 봐서 와 치렀다. 자치 보이고 하고는 제가 봐봐. 진짜 통제체 이런 게 대표를 내상당해. 이런 것도 냠도 나와 제발요 말이 그리고도 공격 나를 상담아 지금서 서바지 빠지니 습기 삼철 받을 때 제도 삼아 내가 설레다 냠들로 같이 요 말에 드림 말에 바에 손에 가 인상 좋아져 요다 성경 벌자
싫어요 말해.
남이나 설지이랑 거나 용량도 잡고요. 그것을 강하게 지니더라 대만에.
So first of all, my Dhamma friends, I would like to thank you for coming earlier this morning already to join me for the self-empowerment. Actually, we're only starting at 11, but many of you came at 10 to meditate. And so thank you very much for that. And that is a sign that you are very devoted and really understand the significance of the Dharma. So for that, I would like to thank you. And so during this time of the self-empowerment, I was reading the visualization, the practice sadhana of Chakkasamvara. And since you joined me and meditated, and since in our meditation our minds are one, it actually is the same. My recitation is like all of us reciting it together. Because since our minds merge, we all have the same intention, and that is the benefit and happiness of all sentient beings. And so therefore, it is just the same as if you would have recited it yourself. So we all, in a way, recited it together. Milarepa had said the meditator who meditates in the hermitage and that meditator's benefactor will attain enlightenment together. So that is due to the quality of aspiration and also rejoicing. So since we rejoice, whoever rejoices will receive all the benefits together. So knowing that you all came here, and I would like to thank you for that.
Tata Mate de la era, Mate Julia, the Dean to Patongi, Tata, Chat, we are my the Kachikore, Longua, the Magis over it, Ya Murchipai, there is in it, so, Natona, Gani, Malagocone, Chibakani, your marriage, Shibakani, your marriage, the children, the Mate Congo, that 아라가 강에서 등에 제르티네들이 봤으면 탑지 이 밤에 이 총아들이 뒤거리 남용돼서 요래 제르티네들이 기록이나 이 기록을 세상상승 요래 제가 가자와 보라면 타섬을 팀에 들리는 바 이제 somebody 이 가르네 심지 남자 삼바서 뭐시가 저다와서 심지 삼지 럭도 감도 왕고 주바 말이 제발 요리 별나 기부 책ling 총선지 이 기부 제복을 남다 기부 종종 저기 종토고요 말 별나 뭐 제복을 또 어디 보고 종종 공토고요 말 예를 들면 시랍도 수남라더니 왕고랑들 다 섬소아 이들 람지는 말을 맞아서 손에 이제 소소소소라는 거 까박하는 전에 제가 또 냠릴링고 우리 텔링 딱 만들어 봐 제고 우리 대회는 이거는 지금 소소를 매일매 가자서도 로를 받아वे 그리고 의심이 있다 이제 요래.
And so after 6 realms of samsara, we have obtained a precious human body, and that is considered to be the most supreme type of birth. But still in this birth, we experience incredible suffering. There's great suffering. So a person that possesses some wisdom tries to find a method to become free from this suffering, relying on the two systems, the worldly, the mundane system, and also the spiritual system. Possessing these two systems is like possessing two open eyes, and both of them are necessary. So, however, if we only focus on the worldly part, then it is impossible to really find true happiness and to be entirely free from all suffering. So we do need to rely on both of these systems, the mundane and also the spiritual. But their goal is still the same. So according to the mundane system, the worldly system, I do not have much learning on that level. However, I have learned something about the spiritual system of the Dharma, because in this lifetime I have experienced a lot of suffering and difficulties, and depending on the Dharma, I found ways to become free, to overcome my difficulties, my own suffering. So what I'm sharing and what I have some knowledge of is just my own personal experiences. And so the Dharma has an outer, inner, and secret aspect. It has an aspect of a higher, a more profound, a middling, and lower teachings, depending on the mental capacity of the practitioner, whether it is higher, middling, or lower. So the Dharma is taught gradually based on the mental capacity of sentient beings. And so that is because sentient beings mind, their disposition, their mental capacity, their character, and their likings is all different. It is not the same. And people have different degrees of intelligence and insight. And therefore the Dharma is taught on many different levels. For example, if you would teach the higher teachings to someone of a lower capacity, they would not comprehend it. It is just like a small child cannot wear the cloak of an adult person. It doesn't suit the child. And so, due to the various degrees of wisdom or insight, higher, middling, and lower, the various levels of the path of Dharma are taught. And so, we need to try to see for ourselves what is our own mental capacity, and then apply unmistakably a suitable path that suits our own mental capacity. So in order to suit any mental capacity, various levels of the path are taught.
소탈적 상승을 남 망대되는 데 새끼 로미바 까바 잡아서비를 이 규정으로 값에 되는 오지 잡고 되는 인잡에 들라들이 애들이 그런 것들이 왕보라 연배 그런 게 지나고 스버 대화도 빵이 능력의 주제고는 그 제부터 대화도 맛방 것들이 공로 주제부터 그 대화 맛방 것들이 남들처럼 답구나 대마도들이 공부를 특히 이거를 대이나 특히 많이 봐 동문에서 이다 호박 대화 맛방 것들이 답되구나 대고고 요지 사지 좀 되게 그렇게 것들이 마가 답답한 가능한 가사마 그래지 자기 남들 전날라는 유대치 뭐지 고송을 내몸 맛방 남들처럼 답송바 얘네들이 홀로 된 조, 들이 대락하는 된 조지 바게, 스바르 대화게, 왕보 대화 이 말라지는 용사 농행 전로고 요래, 란 대라사가 탑들 란들라네 대화들은 보존 매배 대화지. 내가 도리게 대화, 다쪽 산지에 고마 대화를 좋아하게 와서, 그래, 초그 대화지. 답이 공부하지, 초그 대화지. 서바 대화지, 민배 대화지. 대화를 좋아하지. 라이 맹, 드는 연구 요래, 대화 탑재 좋아하지. 보존 매배 대화지. 이게 토를 강가 톱고리지, 말람들을 쓰는 톱고 요래서, 대송말을 했지.
And so today, of the 3 levels of the path, the Pratimoksha, Bodhisattva, and the Vajrayana vehicle, we enter the path of Tantra, the Vajrayana path. And so that began also with the Buddha himself. And in the past, the Buddha had taught extensively the path of Pratimoksha and the Bodhisattva path according to the mental capacities and aspirations and the fortune of various followers, sentient beings. The Buddha taught the Wheel of Dharma extensively. And so regarding the Tantric path, so at the time of the king Indrabhuti, who was the king of the land of Udayana, the Buddha taught the Vajrayana path. And so the king Indrabhuti was an individual, a practitioner of highest mental capacity. And he, this king requested to the Buddha that he wishes to become liberated from samsara, but is seeking a method. He said, I am seeking a method where I do not need to abandon the worldly life, but where I can still attain the state of liberation. So then in an instant, in that moment, the Buddha taught him the skillful means of Vajrayana according to the new tantric system. So at that moment, the Buddha taught the 4 classes of Tantra, the Kriya, Charya, Yoga, and Anuttara Yoga Tantras gradually. And in this way, the Buddha taught and presented him a method to take the afflictions as the path without having to abandon them. And so the Chakkasamvara practice is a method for doing that. It is a method for taking bliss or attachment as the path, the pleasures of the samsaric existence. So normally it is the case that it begins with happiness and pleasure, but this samsaric pleasure in the end always turns into suffering. But then there is a skillful means of Vajrayana that can take this desire as the path. And then that path, then, that skillful means leads from happiness to happiness. So this happiness then does not turn into suffering, but it turns into more happiness, into unchanging, lasting happiness. The temporary happiness of the higher realms and the ultimate happiness of enlightenment. So taking the supreme bliss as the path is a method to walk from happiness to happiness. And that supreme happiness or bliss is the bliss of liberation. And so that is unlike the ordinary samsaric bliss, which is a lower, inferior kind of bliss, like the bliss that a god experiences in the god realm and so on. So the Chakkasamvara practice is a skillful means of the Vajrayana to take attachment or desire, bliss as the path.
이 대회는 다다 르데 melur 모체디 백교 오바시를 동네기지레스 마바로다게 리 아가타파르 무슨 주로 용마사비 쇼요레 거통통지 요레 말아래 봐 진거지나 타파르 쇼요레 왜냐 일리 좀 공부인데스 마도트는 용기를 나타 동네 되는 용스 또 나하고 성적데스 제 하고 정도로 다들 르디르더니 사진nhập 하고 소송아 하마고는 다들 동네 삼치 르디르 정도요 르디 접았는데 동네 장기 접대요 르디 접니 정도들이 제가 좀 다트로 초와 되는데 용아 제 메이터들이 오바를 대와 제 마음 저러발들이 동네 이렇게 나타 동네 삼치 르디르 되는데 이 사자바가서 리드문이 동네에 누다버리 샘드 미다버리 리드 동네에 누다버리 다들이 차대 요래 생포는 아니래 동네 강해요 말이지 얘가 양들이 다다 리드 박차를 뛰니 들이 리드를 같잖아요 리드 박차도 뒤래와게 이거 버터다 보면 하나 소만하게 리드 같잖아 짐블랑 거래들이 나창다 동네 정랑 대요도 없어 이렇게 박차가 다 송산들이 생코는 건 아니지 들이 sem진나무 상제에서 사제가 토마니 케라고 요래 사제 쪽이 얘기 온저 로버트 메드 로버트 마들이 단디라 되는 유모밖에 이와가들이 돼서 조금 차를 대마 대서 사제에서 그때 사람 탈라더니 다 소장 가서 남기를 봤어 삼성 사탄에 타고 동네시 봤어 난 고발 동네지시 이따와 유모바 학원에 유모가 밤을 남지 이 사초선도 사바당 인계를 되는 유모바지 저를 남지 오 사바당 이게 참제 파말로 동나 이 소량들이 유모바지 뭐발이 해당당 차노라도 예부터 봐해 되게 사생들 남지 근데 대다 좀 버텨봤더니 한정되는 유모바라고 봐야 상하대 저를 남지 오 유모랑지 그변에 매장 보생다들이 접다봐 데려드는 사가 가지고 와서 유목이 실 접다봐 등에 대화를 접다봐 들질 남체도 봐봤더니 열람 그 가리를 고요를 다다다 맨날 코르스키 담기 인기부 좀 코와니 코와도 빵이 양이 제고는 가보려야지 어쨌든 담기 코와만 걸 이 코와를 빵지요 말이지. 이런 마빵을 하는데 제가 타는데 랍벌들은 고르스키 담기를 고요를 따따다 랍벌든 담비를 했더니 냠체별 가정부터 냠이제 고요를 너무 마빵을 하는데 제가 타는데 이렇게 잊어버렸어.
And so if we do not know how to use our precious human body well, then it becomes a cause of suffering. There is this short song, this quote by Marpa Lotsawa that I mention often. Many of the older disciples know about it. A short song he sang to Milarepa. So he said that if you do not realize the nature of this aggregate of form, this body, it is a form consisting of the four elements and the basis of all suffering and illness. But if you realize its nature, then it becomes the unified form, the form that is unified with the deity. So if you realize the nature of your own body, you realize that itself is actually the Buddha. The Buddha is within you. But if you do not realize its nature, then it becomes the source of all suffering and illness. So just having merely created this body, only through having this body already naturally we are pervaded by suffering. It has the nature of suffering. Because we perceive with our six senses various forms and sounds and touch, smell, taste and so on. And our six sense consciousnesses are drawn to the five sense pleasures. and being clinging to the sense pleasures, then if those desirables, those that we desire are present, we experience pleasure, and if they're absent, then it causes us pain or suffering. So not realizing the nature of this body, through our sense sources, this body becomes the source of all suffering and illness. In the Sakya, it also says that this body is a vessel of suffering. The person, when we talk about the person, that is when it is the mind, and the vessel of suffering of this person is the body. So naturally, the mind itself, which we call the person, the mind naturally has no suffering. All the suffering, all the imprints of suffering are stored within the body, the ordinary way of perceiving the body. And due to this habitual tendency of perceiving an ordinary body, even if we separate from this body, we still have the habitual perception of a body. For example, just like in a dream state, we don't actually have a real body, but we experience the suffering of pain and illness and fear related to a body due to our habitual imprints. But whenever those habitual imprints of ordinary body are purified, the mind itself naturally there is no suffering within the mind. And that is why the Buddha in the very beginning already asserted, within all sentient beings is the Buddha. Beings are only obscured by temporary stains. And these temporary stains are the stains of self-grasping from which arise the other afflictions. And so temporarily the mind has no self-control and is temporarily defiled. But the Buddha said, when these obscurations are cleared away, all beings are actually the Buddha. And so in order to clear away these obscurations, the Buddha then taught the 3 levels of the path of Pratimoksha, Bodhisattva, and Vajrayana. So according to the Pratimoksha path, we first understand suffering. We understand that samsara has the nature of suffering. And we understand that the root of this suffering are our own afflictions. So the Pratimoksha path is a path where we abandon those afflictions. And then next, there is the Bodhisattva path, and the path where we develop love and compassion. And so here we transform our afflictions by recognizing that all beings are actually our parents. And for this reason, there is no real object of affliction. It is not proper to get jealous or angry at our own parents. So in this way, we liberate the afflictions. And then, if we can still not liberate them, then the Vajrayana is a path that forcefully liberates the afflictions, the coarse afflictions. So the Vajrayana is also a path of transformation that transforms the afflictions into wisdom, just like fire turns wood into fire naturally. Wisdom turns the afflictions into wisdom, or it transforms all suffering into happiness. So the Vajrayana path is a unique path called the swift path of transforming the afflictions into wisdom. And it is especially significant for ordinary samsaric sentient beings for whom it is difficult to renounce this life, to give up all samsaric life, but who still wish to engage in practice. So for those for whom it is difficult to seclude themselves to practice, these instructions given by Marpa are a very special method for samsaric sentient beings to take the afflictions as the path. So these instructions are really necessary for practitioners who are not able to give up their ordinary worldly life. So that is a path that takes the afflictions as the path without having to reject them or abandon them. So for beings who do not have the fortune to isolate themselves to retreat practice, these instructions are very important.
대회전에 상하지바디 강의들나 상의 배자와 말이 동또 못해봐. 그래 상하 다다 탑지 다다 동섬지 왜는 상하 동서까지 야비장 사나 지정요리 지정을 오자 저정도 사 저정까지 메시지를 독자를 들이다와나 이 잠시 떡도요리 왜 매일 타박 남녀는 타박 떡도요리 동가리 나지 이디가 타데 그래 돈은 말아봐 나 많이 봐라 나한테 말이 타바지 나 매봐 하고 되게 싫어버렸더니 나 매봐 하고 나니 매봐 하고 저거요 뒤통지 잠배양 그래 이디가 타바고 그래 동상하고 탑 나한테는 세달 택시 정도래 나까지 나한테 가야 떡도요리 동가리 싫어 저렇게 팔아서 또 나진이 매가 또고요. 나진이면은 이 돈을 나진이 말했죠. 호텔에 나와서 잘라면 토야 요리. 토야 그랬더니 좀 맞다고요. 이 말을 봐라. 근데 저는 랍만 보는 잡초치 보는 바람만 보러 와서 저기 랍다고요. 나진이 돈 나더니 세상 자송다고 저기 랍다고 나진이 매가라더니 야다 보실까. 한통 토요일 내 이제 마다바 이스나 드니게라 마도아르도 마다베 다들이 차디요레스 데 주마사베 마시라들이 사하가 오 주마사베레스 로아르도 심지 삼치나다다 semdeşik yumurda yoğurt izlongde semdeşik yumur koranı çekişe mevardı. Onda lobre bakça derdiğini Tadi la tu di jiwali yang di cece mazo pada tadi la Jawa ni sola sopas tadi kau yor di kau di lege paksa di dua tu ni tiang sebetulnya ni boleh cece mereka tong ni oh tak jemata tu kau jemata hapola tadi jalan jalan cerita mewah tamu tak te hapola jalan cerita mewah yang gue jemata bertinggi bawan roa tadi oh sem kau cece mewah hapola 이 시험쟁랑 매와 이 도지다고 땡땡이지 이 상하가 동도 도지다고 땡땡 심무 내록대 사자기 뭐 나왔다 또라 이 셈대징 뭐 코랑랑 동에 매와 나카다 이 나파를 쳤지와 매봐 파샤와 매봐 제가 동에 매봐 제가 뭐 나파를 가지는 가게 요 말이 제가 공부 또 일단 명의세라 동적 대사는 사촉 공부도 도와드릴 때 상하라 양수랑 대사와 사촉 하고 듣기로 봐 무슨 세마가더니 이렇게 듣고 열어봐.
So it is referred to as the secret mantra, the Vajrayana. And so secret, not because it is intentionally hidden or kept secret, but because it is difficult to understand its meaning. So the Vajrayana, the secret mantra, must be understood by means of signs, symbols, and meaning in these three different ways. For example, the sign of a sword. Manjushri, for example, holds a sword. So a sword is just like an ordinary knife. So a knife, a sword is used, for example, can be used to kill somebody. So it can be seen as a very bad thing. But also a sword has the quality, this ability to cut anything. For example, if a person is tied up in a rope, it can cut through the rope. So the sword here is the sign. And the symbol, what it symbolizes is, the cutting through the dualistic grasping, the dualistic perception of self and others. And so what it shows is that, the meaning is that ultimately self and others do not actually exist. So it shows the meaning of emptiness. And so it shows that we only hold on to a self and actually there is no self. So it is a sign that shows the meaning of wisdom that realizes that there is no self, that self and others do not actually exist. So that is the meaning that is represented by the symbol and then first the sign. So the sword of Manjushri, for example, has the power to cut through the web of dualistic grasping. So that is the skillful means of the secret mantra. We understand it through signs, symbols, and the meaning. And ultimately here, in this case, the meaning is, if you realize the perfection of wisdom, you realize that self and others do not exist. There is no such a duality of self and others. So that is, you realize that although you still perceive all the various appearances, the phenomena of samsara and nirvana, but they appear like an illusory plane. They do not appear in a dualistic manner. They appear just like the waves on an ocean. The waves do appear, but they do not appear separate from the ocean. So self and others appear, but they do not appear separate from each other. Or it is just like the appearance of a rainbow light emerging from a crystal. It is not seen as separate from the crystal. So there is no perception of a distinction, a separation between self and other. So that is the seeing everything as illusory. It is called the illusion-like samadhi. It is only that because we hold self and others to be true separate realities, it is because we perceive things in this dualistic, impure way that creates the 6 realms of samsara. They appear in this way, but they appear just like an illusion. So understanding this, all appearances as an illusion, that is the basis of the Vajrayana, the secret mantra. So things appear, the 6 realms of samsara, but they appear like an illusion. Because all beings possess Buddha nature. And Buddha nature itself is beyond birth and death. Things only appear due to temporary habitual imprints in their mind. And due to that, some of them appear as animals for as long as they have the karma, and some of them appear as hell beings, or others wander anywhere else in the 3 lower realms and so on. For as long as they have the particular karma and habitual imprints. But when this karma comes to an end, then still there is Buddha nature, and it hasn't changed at all. Buddha nature is never born and it never dies. It remains continuously. And realizing that, one perceives all other arisings, all other appearances, like an illusory plane. And knowing everything to be an illusion, then there is no fear with regard to whatever appears. So understanding things to be illusory is to understand the actual view of secret mantra. And that is called the illusion-like samadhi. And then due to this illusion-like samadhi, because you understand that ultimately nothing, the nature of mind is never born and it never dies, then there's also no fear. So that's the second type of samadhi, the hero-like samadhi. There is no fear of death because the mind cannot die. And then that samadhi leads to the Vajra-like samadhi, the ultimate realization of Mahamudra. That is to realize the nature of mind, Buddha nature, within which suffering does not exist. It is just like space. And space is never born, it never arises, and it never ceases to be. And there's also no suffering in space. So the nature of the mind, therefore, is great bliss that is free of all suffering. The nature of space never experiences any difficulty, any hardship. And so realizing the nature of mind in this way is referred to in the Nyingma, the old tantric system, as Samantabhadra, and in the Sarma, the new tantric system, as Vajradhara. So it is given 2 different names that point to the same nature. That is ultimately the nature of emptiness. That is the ultimate nature of secret mantra of Vajrayana. So that is what we ultimately realize when we practice the Vajrayana. And so, contemplating this, we can really see, we can really understand, it can make sense to us that how this can actually be accomplished.
다 소정하수를 남기는 바지 오 카카카카 있어는 대말이 좁아지 지수 보고서는 좁아 넘선 내 지금 높았으면 돼요. 장소 just even to the Tabasachi or the Loki did it. Thompson, they took the Yore, Numa was a Togima, Sotaka Bangore, the Numa Jungshibade. Yeah, something Johnny, something you must run unitary, Pasito and Jojo Yore. The Sahara, don't see what I'm there, and the Tavaratini, Numa Wampan, Ransar Portaba, Tom Cholisha, Passion the mains of I get the Portabati rank, Tawatan Gomba and Neratin, naturally, but like Mirti counter jump, Numa Patelatini, Pacha Zok, Takoa, so town with the Hakoni. Le Pacha Jama, this is how Chichu Carita, the daughter de Chena, the goods of Maria, Mambo Yore, Yedam Mambo, Yedam Jada, Yedam Chiware, the Macashena, you are going to tell Mungasala Jeva, oh, Nasati Gausa, Satin Chubatan Hardena, Choachibotia Yore. They made Yedam Carina Chibari, Lugi Pacha Jomara, Jerens, Naga Pacha Jomara, Depa. Il sempre portato don't want the Sassuxem, Dadi di Jongo, Yadadi don't want the Sassem, the Sahaja, and Deva Chimbori, Sassem and Sahaga, Pitori or Mari, Bellalis of the Matawa, Tombo Sassuxem with Yekile, Sassi Sahaji, Sassi Yeki, what the Sahaga later on Yogoyori, the just Sassuxem got it. You wonder around and get it, around the Tombo Dadi, but the Congi, Yimpi Lotina, the Dadi, Patre Topiore. Dadi on the Yimpi on the Dadi on the Congi Chasson Chade, the Tevela, we just answer the this is the Depahata, Lucier and the Lugai Pacha don't know, and Matin de la Tenirangi, Padonivan, Portopiore. Tatuato sono lì parto tambo tutto più per sagaccio quanto facciamo sato di della maniera ma tondante sempre nell'octava anche della tondante la mancano io marito mentale da sarcino sentire che tonde siete da mani 동화는 맹매 낯선 주면에서 사제에서 요바 제리 타톡들이 온다고 대봐 제리 대도로들이 도지 장기바 제리 상하 탑지와 제른다 하대발니 레지
So when we first are introduced to this three levels of the path, the Pratimoksha, Bodhisattva, and the Vajrayana. Now, some people might think that they are separate from one another, they're distinct paths. But that actually is not the case. Thigten Sumgön has said the three vows, referring to the three levels of the path, are gathered into a single essential point. So, now, according to, it is just as like we combine together the worldly system and the Dharma system. We have said that these are like two eyes that need to come in union, that need to come together. And so likewise, the three levels of the path are combined into a single essential point. So they are practiced together. So first, according to the Pratimoksha path, we first must recognize the fault of the afflictions. And thereby we abandon the afflictions. And then based on that we come to the Bodhisattva path, where we transform the afflictions by cultivating love and compassion. If you cultivate love, then the afflictions will naturally become the 6 paramitas. And then on the basis of that, we understand the meaning of Vajrayana. And in the view of Vajrayana, the afflictions are liberated naturally into the natural state of the mind. They dissolve into the mind, just like ice dissolves into water or wood turns into fire. So the point is the same. Ultimately, the afflictions are overcome or transformed or abandoned. And so ordinarily, if we give rise to affliction, an afflicted state of mind, that puts an imprint, a habitual tendency into our mind. And these habitual tendencies and imprints, they lead temporarily to the various forms of the 6 realms of samsara. And so the purpose of the Vajrayana, the secret mantra practice of the Yidam, is to purify these habitual imprints of samsara. So Chakkasamvara is a Yidam that belongs to the new tantric system, the Sarma, and within that there are many different Yidam deities actually, but we need to understand that 100 different deities and a single deity are exactly the same. It is only that some people have a special karmic connection to a certain deity, and as a result of that, they have a natural connection to this deity in this life. They naturally feel, I really like this deity. When they hear the deity's mantra or their name, then a strong feeling, it generates a strong feeling within them. So that is a special karmic connection to a certain deity. But generally speaking, all the deities are really the same. So when we visualize the form of the deity, the creation stage, that purifies the habitual imprints of the body. By reciting the deity's mantra, we purify the habitual imprints of the speech, and then by cultivating bodhicitta, we purify the imprints of the mind. And that is ultimately self-grasping. So the Vajrayana and the Bodhisattvayana are therefore strongly related to each other. So Vajrayana is practiced on the basis of the Bodhisattvayana, because without bodhicitta, the Vajrayana practice is of not much benefit. So therefore also in the 37 Bodhisattva practices, all is taught on the basis of bodhicitta. If we practice on the basis of bodhicitta, then the Vajrayana practice becomes actually very easy. So when we receive an empowerment later, the empowerment is a way to attain freedom. And ultimately that is the freedom of the mind, which is to become free of self-grasping. And the only way to become free of self-grasping is to cultivate an altruistic mind. So if you cultivate an altruistic mind, then naturally there is no self. Whenever you are selfish, then naturally there is no altruistic mind. So they each cancel each other out. So in order to purify our body, speech, and mind, we practice the deity, we visualize the deity, we recite the deity's mantra, and we cultivate bodhicitta. And if we do so and purify all our ordinary habitual imprints, we can become liberated in the second bardo after death. Ultimately, if you realize the nature of the mind, you can also become liberated in the first bardo. That is when you realize the nature of Mahamudra or Dzogchen. So Mahamudra and Dzogchen are 2 different names that actually point to the same nature, the nature of the mind and nothing else. And so actually the nature of the mind cannot be given any name, but we refer to it as either Mahamudra or Dzogchen for the purpose of pointing it out or explanation. But actually the nature of mind itself is nameless. And therefore the Buddha himself had said, the nature of mind is inexpressible. It is beyond words and beyond thoughts. That is the ultimate truth. That we call in this new tantric system Vajradhara. So the secret mantra, the Vajrayana, presents a method to realize this nature by means of the creation stage and the mantra recitation.
Mlanga sa de chive dama so zapto chokho chive dama de duyo ma pa labde chivara o tügele so khala chi bosana eke pakcha go yore je khani nga je dadi da chive so da da thoma mi pa de tabde ni ji to pakcha thama jan ti chen de ngo le chapa da chi ba yin go yore da la ye dam la de san na ti una ji ngani long ke da mewe itari 바로 롱게 봐서 박차종서 이런 말이 제외들이 예담라 이게는 선나오나 사드 김바탄들이 라게 박차종서 이런 말이 박차종서 메베티 총홀지 타마바가 박차고 왔더니 플라이 이렇게 맞잡더니 내용아까지 놓고 초콜릿 그저 담아도 저 탑대에다가 박차조사 요 밑에 가리 다 요미 이래 야 요래 뒤통다에 걔네들이 사하가 동탐제들이 하고 요래 레터 동에다 저 박차를 뛰는 요 말에 플라이스 안 나오는 들 박차조사 요 말에
Milarepa taught the skillful means of secret mantra. He said that there's an instruction where eating and drinking becomes Gana Chakra feast offering, and an instruction where sleeping becomes a practice of the clear light of the dream yoga. So regarding the first one of the instruction that where eating and drinking becomes a Gana Chakra feast offering, that is a method to take the sense pleasures as the path. For example, when you're eating good food, when you have this experience of eating really tasty food, then that actually places an imprint into the mind. Because you are accumulating more and more this I am eating this delicious food. And this I has been habituated to since beginningless time. So that is the imprint, the habitual imprint of the I that is attached to the five sense pleasures. So it is due to this I, this perception of a self, that whatever we do forms a habitual imprint. So if we reverse that and instead of the I think of the deity, and for example eat the food while having a clear vision of the deity, then we are eating the food from the perspective of the deity, not from the perspective of an I. There is no self that is eating the food. And therefore, there is no imprint, no habitual imprint placed into the mind. So only if you give rise to the vision, the image of the deity, and actually if you just think of the deity, then you will not place an ordinary imprint into your mind. So the ordinary imprint is placed into the mind when an ordinary person engages in activity with a perception of a self. So this is what places the imprint into the mind. So whether or not we place a habitual ordinary imprint into our mind depends on whether or not a perception of self is present. And so that really is the essence of all Vajrayana practice. It is that all suffering, all negative karma and all suffering come from our habitual tendencies. So when there is no self-grasping, when there is a vision of the deity, then all of these habitual tendencies are absent, and together along with them also their karmas and suffering.
다 소소소소다다지 타마바디 나와요. 이 사하가 동시소나 랑외 마치 인삼체 이제 내가 고소 마다반 전화리면 이제 샘탁바리지 저식ning 버리지 그 랑리들이 포카 김치 삼지 이제 딱 봐야 맞더니 유르사 총선을 하고 샘디 나디 메서더니 샘사 총선을 랑이들이 그렇지 플라이크 무슨 샷 now flat 라지 탐지 마음에 매도 가봤다 그래서 내가 좋은 요래 영업을 좋은 이제 다 봐면 내가 로벌 마다 봐서 이제 다상 차이인 거래 이제는 다상 차를 랑다리 맞지 이제는 다상 되겠더니 내가 박차 탐지 딱 해요래 저 박차 조사 매일 이제 박차 탐지 빨리 놓고 요래 이사가 제주 달아요래 드립스로 왕가는 것도 있어 뜻다다 좋다다니 사이 뜻다는 약하고 뒤치네 몰라야 보자 잘르지 로라야 본다 아메리카 잘르지 약합 같은 친구 약합을 친구와요 말이 뜻은 몰라야 보자 잘르지 라마야 본다
The Vajrayana path is a path of pure perception, where we perceive as pure not only ourselves but also all others, everything that appears. So ordinarily things appear to us in a very ordinary way. But somebody who really understands the meaning of Vajrayana sees everything as pure, not just oneself, but sees everything, all others also as pure. And that is because one knows that all beings possess Buddha nature. Even though temporarily things appear in an impure way, on their basis, naturally, all beings are actually pure because they possess Buddha nature. One's aggregates and sources and elements are inherently pure. If one gives rise to bodhicitta and there's no self-grasping in the mind, then actually naturally one's body will appear as the form of the deity. That is, it appears but is empty. So all appearances become the deity. And then one perceives that self and others, all beings, are like an unripened and a flower bud that is not yet opened. So beings only appear temporarily, and temporarily they have faults, they have afflictions, but that is only a temporary impurity. When pure perception arises in your mind, then that purifies your own mind, whether or not others actually have a fault. But it is necessary that we sustain a pure perception towards them. When there is a pure perception, then all karmas and habitual imprints will naturally become purified. When everything is pure, when the mind is pure, then there is no habitual ordinary imprint that will be placed within the mind. And moreover, one also has the ability to help others purify their own habitual tendencies. So that is the essence of the Vajrayana path, the path of pure perception. So then in the afternoon we will come to the actual empowerment, and also today there is a very special day. It's Independence Day in America, and we should today we should sing the American anthem, and remembering the kindness of this country, and make our prayers for the well-being of this country. Tanda. How about now the anthem?